is, but it's Friday somewhere. This message goes out. We got a lot of shit going on in the country right now. It ain't right. Friend of mine, I was just talking to him. You know, he had, of course, got sick, got the little shot, and now he's sick again. And so we don't know what to do, guys. Fear is controlling the nation. It's controlling roofers. Look, inside of this little presentation, training little thing here, I've got like, fear is controlling the nation, it's controlling roofers, and I want to help you stop running away from your American dream. More importantly, you know, right now there is a lot of bullshit like talking about people canceling this I.R.E. with this new variant going around, people canceling plane flights. You know, we got United Airlines being the first person to require vaccine to come to work. I want you to know one thing. My companies, Sky Diamonds, RRCA, will never require an individual to get a vaccine to come to work for me. I believe in freedom, and I believe that, you know, these rules that are coming out telling people that they have to get these things, and I think that's wrong. And give me some hearts if you believe. More importantly, I want to share with you kind of some stuff that, you know, I heard. Polyglass, they shut down their booth. They're not coming to the I.R.E. Many of the different vendors aren't coming to the I.R.E. right now. There's a big international roofing convention next week in Vegas. And more importantly, there's a lot of different people coming to the show that are just not going to show up. They're afraid. And you know what's funny is that when COVID hit last year, I actually was afraid myself, afraid of going door to door and getting anybody sick, afraid of, you know, give me some hearts if you ever went through that. More importantly, you know, at the end of the whole deal, I realized panicking absolutely did nothing for my business. You know, it was like 2 weeks later that we actually decided to go door to door, and we had the best luck we've ever had going door to door. We didn't get anybody really sick that we wouldn't have gotten sick any other way. And more importantly, you know, I sent this letter out to my salespeople. It was like the death of a salesman. I made them sign something that says that they weren't going to go door to door. And so I just think about the shingle manufacturers and how they stopped making shingles and they shut down because they were scared. And now they wish they would have kept moving in production because there's tons of shingle shortages. And the biggest thing I see, contractors that don't have time, that don't really have the resources. I know that they, you know, can go out there and make some money, make some sales. Everybody's trying to figure out, how do I get more leads, Lee? How do I get more salespeople, Lee? Well, here's the thing. Most people I talk to, $1 million, $3 million, $5 million contractors, they're literally afraid of about 7 different things. Now, I'm going to go over those 7 different things. And if you have any fears that are holding you back, look, comment below what you're dealing with. But I see this as the number one fear that holds contractors and roofers back. Dude, you're very good at making money with your own hands. You may be very good at going and selling your own jobs. And the hardest part about it is the time and energy and effort that you invest into other people that let you down. If there's one thing coaching my sales managers and general managers, they love fixing big problems for big paychecks. Give me some hearts if you love it. Look, something about, you know, putting a roof on somebody's home, adding value. You know, we have the messy jobs, you know, and a lot of times there's a lot of chaos and a lot of emotion involved in it. It gives you kind of something to get a rush when you fix it. But a lot of different times, contractors, they don't realize that it's the long game of duplicating yourself. And the hardest part about that is putting your money where your mouth is. It's something that my mentor, Myron Golden, says. It's like contractors want to love the money. You love the idea. Who doesn't love the idea of a big old jacked up truck, of a waterfront property with a big old 3-engine fishing boat in the back of it? More importantly, you know, just think about owning your own jet or being able to do whatever you want, when you want, with who you want. It's going to take a lot of money. More importantly, I will tell you one thing. Most people, they have these ideas, they want to make the money. They don't understand how much money it takes to make it and what you got to do. Because once you start training people, what happens is people let you down. People start their own businesses. People say to me all the time, Lee, do I have to babysit my salespeople? Do I have to babysit my sales team? Why do I have to constantly hold their hands? And the answer is yes, you do. And the thing is like, you should, even though they might start their business, the average sales rep's probably stuck with my company. Some people as long as 10 years, but on average, let's say that time period's 3 years. All I want to do is help that person get to a better place, make them better. And if they're a A player, let's help them be the best of all time. If they're a B player, let's help them get A results. If they're a C player, let's level them up to B into A player. And so the reality is like, you got to trust anyways. 80% of the people in war this old Greek quote, are targets. And in like sales, unfortunately, that's the truth. And so a lot of contractors, they don't realize the only thing they need to do is get a sales team that can generate their own business. And they're very frustrated that 80% of the people fail. So they get resentful. And if you've ever felt these frustrations before, look, we're going to teach you how to overcome it. The I.R.E. is not canceled. Many of the different vendors are canceling their trip to Vegas, not Sky Diamonds. Sky Diamonds will be there at a booth. Would love to shake your hand. I'm going to have copies of a book. My new book, Contracting Growth Secrets, we added. I went through all the chapters. I upgraded the chapters. I added the roadmap. I added a whole different appendix breaking down how the roadmap works in conjunction with the Contracting Growth Secrets. So I'm going to be giving away autographed copies. More importantly, on the 12th, August 12th, we got a mastermind, a free mastermind. If you're interested in coming to Bradley's headquarters and you're going to be at the I.R.E. in Vegas and you want to you want to move towards a solution to future-proof your business, then go to I.R.E. Domination. We actually provided the link in the title. Fill out the application. We have a limited number of spots. It's going to be a sneak preview of my elite group, and you're going to get some training on solar, real estate, roofing, digital marketing. It's going to start at 10 a.m. It's going to go to 5 p.m. August 12th. So look, the real deal that people are running scared, many of y'all may have seen, there's been a lot of content on my Instagram, on my YouTube, fight content. It's been one of my new obsessions is, training. And that being said, I notice a lot of time contractors ain't about it. They're not only not about training, but they're almost insulted a lot of times when we create some of this content. So I think there's a lot of tough guys out there, and let me explain to y'all. Here we go. That like to think of themselves as tough, but let me kind of explain to you something. It takes courage to stand out in the marketplace. And one of the things that I want to help people do is get their story told. And the biggest thing I see as a fear is people are so concerned what other fucking roofers think about them, what other people in your market think about you. And that being said, what I want to say is one of my special strengths in life is it's not, look, I want to help everybody. I'm empathetic to what people think about me. In the past, I've been a bit of a people pleaser, but my real success started when I turned off that give a fuck button to my competitors, to the people that were close to me, to the people that were outside of the deal. And, the idea is that's really what holds people back from making video is they're worried that they'll look stupid, that people will call them names. And so if you're not killing it on social media, it's because you haven't learned how to tell your story. It's because you haven't figured out, like my man Austin right here, he's killing the game with his videos, 25-year-old. He came to me with $2.3 million in sales before, got a fresh hailstorm. I know what's going to happen. What's going to happen is he's going to take $2.5 million in sales. He's going to scale with our system. He's getting leads through Facebook. He's using our recruiting funnel. He upgraded and did a video package. And I know he's going to get like more solid door-to-door sales teams. Austin said, Lee, I got a bunch of young guys. How do I get them more motivated? If you're on Austin's sales team, I told him one thing. This is what you need to do. You need to bring in new blood. You can't raise the dead. You got to bring in new blood. And that new blood will create a new form of competition. And so Austin's been doing that. And he's an example of what makes us different. What do we do differently than any other coach, any other consultant? We help you build a sales team. We tell you how we've built our sales team. We get more results than anybody. We get 9 figures in results for ourselves. We get 9 figures in results for our clients. And if you want to know how that works and you're going to be in Vegas, do not miss out on the opportunity to train with us in person and get a sneak peek of the Sky Diamonds Elite Mastermind. Now, Ricky Southers, he was a guy also scared of making video content. Just like Austin, he was willing to do whatever it takes. He's about at the same number, $2.3 million in sales. In New Hampshire, a non-store market, he was a retail roofing contractor. He was scared of making video. He was scared of investing into people. But you know what? He had courage. This man was a Marine. He had a family, and he was going to do whatever it takes. And Austin says his new hires from Sky Diamonds Elite signed 21 deals last week. And if you're serious and you'd like a new group of salespeople to sign 21 deals for you in a week, maybe you should get a plane ticket, come to the I.R.E. We'll get you in. What we're looking for are owners who are serious, coachable, that have a little bit of knowledge, have done $1 million in sales and want to take it to 5, 10, 20, $50 million. And we're very selective with who we work with. Now, the reason why is because guys like Ricky are the best people for me to find. Guys that go all in on their brand, all in on what I asked them to do. And he was scared at first of creating video content. Now he generates over 400 leads a month on social media. His sales team grew from 3 or 4 people to like literally between admin, sales, all the staff in his office. He had 3 or 4 people 2 years ago when he first started. Now he's got like 40, 50 people in his office. He's on track to do literally between $16 and $18 million this year. That's in New Hampshire, all off of retail, all off our Facebook leads and the way that we recruited salespeople. And Ricky was scared of making video, but him overcoming that fear was the reason why his whole life changed. And if you're watching this and you're like, I want to dominate on social media. I want to be the number one guy hiring top performers. I want to be the number one growing roofing company in the area. Stop running scared from doing what you know it takes to win in this market. You're consuming my content. I appreciate it. Thank you for the follow. Give me some hearts. If you've been supporting this movement for a long time and you enjoy this content, you enjoy me sharing my experience, strengths, and hopes, because so many of you are worried about getting beat by other roofers. Let me tell you, that was one of my fears as well. Getting beat by other roofers is something that, nobody really wants to happen to them. You don't want to go into a neighborhood and get humiliated. You don't want to, I see a lot of different contractors look at me as a roofer. My job is to be the best in the world at teaching you, anyone interested in growing in roofing, how to be successful. And if I add enough value to the marketplace, I know the market is going to return me. I don't care if you do it for your own company, if you do it for your own sales team, if you do it for yourself as a salesman. What I care about is that I make a difference, an impact, and that I bring the fire. And so a lot of people are like, man, I don't know about a mastermind. Well, let me tell you something. I don't know what it is if you think like in high school that all your friends are right in your circle, and if they meet somebody from another circle of friends that they would leave you. That's not the right way to look at things. What you have to think about, you can't be this jealous guy that's worried about your friends leaving for other friends, or this jealous guy who's always worried about people going over. But the reality is that guys, quit worried about getting beat by other roofers. I mean, who cares if you get beat? I posted a video of me taking a shot to the face, a hard left hook, sent me into the ropes. And, if I was scared of looked like a fool taking shots to the head, I wouldn't even get the opportunity to go into the ring. Now, most people don't want to go and box and go into the ring and do all these different things. I got a lot of anxiety. I'm pissed off over the years. Salespeople have done all kinds of different things to try and suck the life out of me. There's been people that squeeze, and let me tell you, the bigger you go, the more pressure there is, the bigger the lights, and you have to be strong enough. For me, I'm going to be real with you. One of the things that I was, frankly, one of the reasons why I started training was I knew I had to get my team more disciplined, and if they were going to be more disciplined, I had to be more disciplined. And that's really what the step number 5, I see a lot of y'all are afraid to grow because you're scared to manage. You can't manage yourself, so you can't manage other people. And I've been in your shoes, drinking too much, hanging out too much with the sales guys, letting that line get crossed where they think that they're friends and you're not the leader. Well, look, dude, people choose who the leader is, and leadership is defined by your ability to influence. And if you're not in the influence, if you're not making positive change, then you're not leading correctly. And if people are leaving, they're firing you as a leader. And the reality is that maybe you need to level up your skill set. And look, man, if you're not a roofer, if you're a contractor, it doesn't matter. Duplication of yourself and teaching them how to do the job, whether you're teaching an office manager first, which I recommend most home improvement people to get an office manager first. And then you get your first sales person. And now you've got a book of business between 2 salespeople that you can expand to a production manager, because now you want 5 more guys. And now you got the opportunity with 5 guys going really well. You promote your top guy and he comes to sales manager. Now you have your recruiting system, your lead generation system, and on top of 5 sales guys, you're consistently adding 5 sales guys a month, and you're adding 15 to 20 new deals, all from the internet, getting the 6-packs through all the door knocks. Now, I see so many people, they're scared. Look, you got to commit now, figure it out later. If I wouldn't have been able to figure this out had I known how many challenges there were along the way, how many times I would have screwed up. I've made so many screw ups. There's been times where I've got fined by the government, my business shut down, people call me out on the internet, 2 days later, everything's fine. Look, that's how it is as an entrepreneur. One day you're on top of the world, the next day the the roof and sky is burning. And so what you have to do is you can't let your highs get too high and your lows get too low. You can't let fear control what you do. And if you want to be a blue-collar millionaire, a blue-collar entrepreneur that lives the American dream, you got to surround yourself with people that check you when you're being a baby back bitch. And so that's one of the things that I do really well with my students is I set an example and I make sure that none of their belief systems, because look, there's 3 things that we need to level up. Say you want to go from 5 million to 10. You want to go from 10 million to 20. 3 things you got to do to get better. You got to get your skills better. You probably got to get better at recruiting salespeople. You probably got to get better at training salespeople. You probably got to get better at scaling your business and putting your systems in place. You may need upgrades in CRM. You may need upgrades in leadership. You may need all these skills that you don't have, all right? But you also need all the character habits, and that is the optimistic mind, the ability to hold the line, the ability to set boundaries, the habits of someone that's got a strong mental, physical, and spiritual condition, an emotionally healthy leader, the habits of a strong blue-collar CEO. You got to live it even before you become to get to harvest the results. You got to fake it till you make it, but be that guy. And so maybe if you don't have those habits, then maybe you need somebody like me who's fucked up a lot over the years, who's fucked up a lot of money, who's messed up a lot of opportunity, who's been a party hard, kind of crazy blue-collar entrepreneur. I call myself a little bit of a renegade and an outlaw. However, I've been married for 10 years. I've been loyal to my business partner, my dad, for 17 years. I've been doing this for a very long time, stood behind every job, behind every promise. And I guarantee one thing. I give the truth when it comes to, the biggest thing holding roofers back. And I think it's fear. And I guarantee you, most people that are small think, I can't manage all these people. Why would I scale? I'm going to blow my load. And that's the second part. They're scared they're going to go broke because they can't manage their money. They can't count their money. They don't know how much money they're making. And so people that are running scared from going to the I.R.E. and they're canceling, these are the type of vendors, people that support our industry that really are not about it. And I want you to know one thing. I'm about it. I'm going to be in Vegas. I'm going to be with my team. August 12th. We've got a private event at Bradley's headquarters. We are limited to 50 seats, and I'm providing food. I paid for it. And look, let me tell you something. We spent $500,000 at the Blue Collar American Dream Conference. We had Ed Milet, Myron Golden, Brad Lee. We dropped bombs. Jorge Masvidal talked about, what he did to come from nothing to become the BMF of the UFC. And the reality is, guys, is we are here to raise the status of the blue collar entrepreneur, to save the trades, to help all of us collaborate to dominate so that we can have courage and strengthen each other in these times of fear instead of running scared of COVID, scared of investing in your people who let you down, scared of making video content and posting more on social media, scared of getting beat by other roofers, scared of too many people to manage, scared of maybe you have so much success and you have so much people to manage and there's money coming in and you blow it. And this is really what is the problem, guys. It's the truth. And if you're watching this right now, Kyle Lukes, he's a guy, one of our growing managers and of our Melbourne office. He moved down to Florida. It's about to be hurricane season, guys. And look, my purpose is to help people earn more than a doctor or lawyer in the roofing and restoration business, building true wealth by taking their money, saving it, putting it in real estate. And look, you're only one door away, one person away from a life-changing, look, dude, this is the easiest sell in America. We fix big problems for big paychecks, and I'm tired of people running scared from their dreams. Scared money don't make no money. That's my man Miguel. He's door to door. He came into our organization. He rose to a leadership. And let me tell you something, guys. There's a lot of people out here that pretend to be soft motherfuckers. That literally are guys that smoke cigarettes, drink beer, get drunk, puff on their chest, act like they're tough in roofing. And the reality is, guys, they're scared. They're scared of investing in people that will let them down. They're scared of making video content. They're scared of getting beat by other roofers. And they're scared of going big. And if you're a go big or go home kind of guy, or if you're scared, I can help you. But I have to get you to a point where you're ready to jump out that airplane. And believe me, as we jump out that airplane together, we're going to get that parachute attached and we're going to get it unleashed and you're going to land. You're going to land safely. You're not going to die in that movie. I ain't had a single person that joined my program not double sales in 12 months that followed my system. And so that's why no one else has gotten better results for clients, because I build their sales teams. I help their phone ring when I make their Facebook ads pop with the video ads and scripts. More importantly, I have the entire package when it comes to building it. We have an operation system, a customer service, an internal supplement department that we actually let our clients add on to their business so they don't have to carry on extra overhead. And all this is a part of what we're going to be talking about at the Blue Collar American Dream Tour at Brad Lee's Lightspeed headquarters. And I want you to commit now, if you're going to be in Vegas on August 12th, to spend it with me and the successful contractors that are a part of our mastermind. There's guys like Josh Yurgi. This man has scaled his company from 16 million to 30 million, 30 million to 60 million. He's a hybrid roofing and retail division. He also implemented a solar division. Now, let me tell you something. I've got a lot of different guys that I've worked with that weren't advertising on digital, that didn't have a solid recruiting system, that came to me, doubled, tripled, quadrupled sales. And that's why they call me the blue collar prophet. And I will be real. There's a lot of pretend to be motherfucking guru coaches out there, and I hate to be cussing, but I will tell you one thing. It bothers me that they get elevated and the truth is hard for many of you to disseminate, because these guys, they can't, if they're going to teach you on how to build a team, but they didn't build their own and they don't have their own team, how well does their system work? If they're going to teach you how to get leads, well, how many times are they showing up in your news feed on video? And how often do you see me? Omnipresence is everything. Being on the top of your buyer's mind, being able to follow up on your customer till you buy or die, being able to leverage artificial intelligence and big data to make clients come in on demand. That's what I learned how to do, that evolved me from door-to-door storm chaser to storm catcher, building an empire. And if you want to be a part of what we have going on, and you want some of these unfair advantages, I highly suggest for you to come see us in Vegas. Come see us. We're going to be on the showroom floor, but August 12th, we have a private mastermind. I need any serious business owners to go right now and fill out the application, because we have a limited number of seats. I've got 50 available seats, but there's about 30, 35 guys coming from my private mastermind. There may be only 15 available seats. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the applications and I'm going to go for the most coachable. I'm going to go for the guys that have that top performer mentality, that are already out there doing things on social media. So if you're out here watching this and you want to be a part of this, it might be helpful for you to get off this live stream and do your own, to talk about what your business is about, your story, so that you can be selected to be a part of our private group, because it's a little bit more selective than that. We don't work with everybody around here. See, this whole coaching and consulting thing started when I was a smaller company, and I didn't used to make as much money in my roofing company as I do now. But the thing about building a real business with the team is, as the team grows, the impact is such a scale. And so with 150 salespeople, 8 different locations, every single week, millions of dollars are going in and out of RRCA's hands. And a lot of people ask me, they're like, Lee, why wasn't RRCA on the top 100 list? And I will be 100% honest with you. I did not get my COO the information in time. I was carrying that burden on my back, just like one of my students. I don't delegate everything. And a lot of times, it's good motivation for me, but it's hard for me because I'm not number one. There's always someone that's bigger, that's badder, that's making more money than you. And it's very hard for me to not be at the top of that list. And if you want to grow to the top of that list, or you want to go up that top 100 list, the truth is you're only one commercial deal away from jumping up that thing, cheat codes. And that's what we went over this week in my coaching call. It was an epic call that I wish anybody that joins goes back and watches the recording. But the reality is that a lot of our signed contracts, dude, they're coming in. We had a big multi-million-dollar casino come through. We had a big $2 million tile roof come through. Deals now that we've been working for a year and a half, 2 years, have been coming in the second and third quarter, and we know the hurricane season is about to come. And with 8 different locations in Florida, set up in Louisiana, all along the coast, with a large loss team ready to roll, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you get your information, education from somebody who's getting results, who's living the example. And if you're wanting to be a part of an organization, to join a team that's living at the highest level, see, the team we get in Florida, we get to work all year round. Hurricanes are coming. There's storm damage. The one thing about Florida is there's not as much competition. There's a higher price per square. And I've lived everywhere. To me, it's my favorite place in America to live. I love Texas. I love all the family and friends in Dallas-Fort Worth, but Florida's the shit. So here's the thing. If you're watching this video, I want you to go to IREdomination.com, click the link that's right in the title, fill out the application. I'm going to be very selective with who I let in, so do it now, all right? And between now and August 12th, be posting content on social media because we're actually going to go through everyone that applies, and we're going to see, is this guy going to be a good fit for us? And what's a good fit for us? A good fit for us is somebody who wants to be ahead of the times. It doesn't matter if you're old or young. If you know that advertising online is the future and figuring out how to combine door-to-door and digital marketing is what you want to do, and you want a massively successful sales team and you'll do whatever it takes to get it, including copy the competition, then you're my guy. But if you're one of these guys that's kind of stuck in your old ways, that's kind of got it all figured out, that maybe wants some more leads or wants to come take this part of my system, learn commercial, and yeah, I know a little bit more than Lee. Look, you probably do. You've probably got something you can teach me. I learned something from every client. However, if you're not on track to do 80, 90, 100, 120 million, $200 million this year in sales, then understand you can learn some massive things from what we've been able to share. And the fact that we're still sharing it with the roofing industry is crazy to me because the amount of money and impact that I make in my roofing company versus the amount that we make just coaching, it's 10x, 20x in roofing. And a lot of people ask me, Lee, why do you do it? It's because of the impact. Because if I'm able to help more people get in the business, if I'm going to help motivate somebody who is scared of investing in people who let them down, but then I help them get over that fear, I help them build that team, then maybe they're like Dustin Douglas, who was like a firefighter. He sold $1 million on his own 1 year after a hurricane, but then there was no hurricane, and he was building his own business in Atlanta. And he was a firefighter making $65K a year. What did he do? He spent every single dollar that he would make in a year just to build the business of his dreams. He took a risk. He went all in. And with that, he was open-minded and coachable, and now his business is going to do $6 to $8 million in Atlanta, Georgia. He's got a sales team, a local office, leads that come in consistently through social media. And he's just an example of another individual that was coachable, that wasn't scared, and that got incredible results with Sky Diamond's Elite and our mastermind. That's what's going down is you're coming in for a one-day mastermind in Vegas, August 12th. Come shake my hand on the showroom floor. Make sure that you fill out that application because there's going to be some key questions in there, and we're going to do our research on you. We're going to make sure that you look like an open-minded and coachable. We're going to ask you some questions, and we're going to make sure that if we give you the information that you are going to be a good steward of our program because we only want winners. There's no point for us not to be producing winners. And there is an extension of the mastermind. We're looking for people to be so good at their business that we help them build a business worth millions and exit and be a part of the wealthiest exit in roofing history. And this is going to be something that we talk about at the Lightspeed headquarters, along with how to start your own solar division, along with building your own personal brand and building your door-to-door sales team. So what I want you to do is go to IREdomination.com, fill out the application. We went through look, the IRE's not canceled, but people are fucking running scared. Don't be a little bitch. Scared money don't win. This is the roofing industry, guys. It's time for you to step up, face your fears. A lot of guys are out there scared to hire a coach. They're scared of me because I'm too intense. Look, man, maybe I'm not a right fit for you. I'm not right for everybody, but I can tell you that I'll never look down on you. I'll always look to make you smile. I'll always look for an opportunity, doesn't matter where you're at, not to judge you, but learn from the situation. And look, if you're looking for a guide, we have an entire team. It's not just me that can help you implement my system to generate leads on social media, to build a sales team with a recruiting funnel, to add commercial and high-end residential and close at a higher rate through Sky Diamonds University. And so this is what we do for people, help them double, triple, quadruple sales. And if you're serious about getting fucking results, go and fill out that application. Meet me in Vegas. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you. Y'all have a good weekend. I'm going to go. Had an awesome week. Want to give shout-outs to Miguel and my man Dan and Kyle. and Bond and Austin. Appreciate the support, guys.